Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some massive things to go over. The leaker behind the whole Terra leak has given a pretty big update regarding Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We have a new rumor to go over about a new trailer for Legend Z8, and then we also have some new Nintendo Switch 2 leaks to go over as well. There's a lot of things to break down and take a look at today. If you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, let's go over what the leaker has said about Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. So, we have Centro Leaks here tweeting out saying, the hacker says that they will delay the upload of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet source code as the game is still actively supported with events. So obviously those events are with the Terra raids and stuff like that you'd expect, but then they apparently went on to say they specifically mentioned that there were some updates for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet that there haven't been released yet. So that means that potentially there could actually be some more in-game content that haven't been revealed, a little bit maybe like Mochi Mayhem, because there is still that mythical gorilla that we don't know about that's in the Scarlet and Violet book that we've been kind of theorizing about for so long now that we haven't seen. So potentially we could get another very small DLC update about that, because otherwise the leaker would just reveal the source code. Because if it was just Terra raids and stuff like that, the leaker would just reveal the source code, which would allow us to obviously proper take a look at the game and kind of break down everything about it. Literally like what's happened with X and Y and Legends Arceus and stuff like that. Because those games are done, they didn't mind uploading that source code and stuff. And they've said they're not going to reveal the source code for like Legends ZA and Generation 10 and stuff like that because they aren't out yet. But now they're also saying that about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So for me, I feel like I said, if it was just Terra raids and mass outbreaks, they just upload it, because that's not really, unless it's like special raid events like, I don't know, Shiny Rayquaza or something like that, then fair enough. But Game Freak don't really do that. They don't like doing things like that. You know, in as long as I remember, we've had one which was the Shiny Zeraora, and that was kind of it. The only other kind of special special raid we've had is the Mewtwo raid, where we got the Mew mythical the mythical Mew mystery gift, and it could be something similar to that again. Who knows? But I don't know, man. I feel like this is a little bit more that meets the eye, and I think there is still something for Scarlet and Violet, because we're not getting a new generation until probably 2026. And yes, we're going to get Legends ZA, but Legends ZA is not an online game. So they're still going to be supporting Scarlet and Violet for a while, and maybe on the next Pokemon Day Presents, we're going to get a Legend ZA trailer, and then maybe we're going to get another gameplay update for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Some other people believe it could be to do with this leak that we got ages ago. This was posted, I don't even know, like 24th of February 2023, so this was over a year ago now, and this was an original leak on 4chan that turned out to be true. And this person here saying it's a graphics patch for the Switch 2. It's the only thing that hasn't happened yet on this rumor. So this rumor said, I'm a programmer of a Pokemon outsourcing company, yada yada yada. So the theme of the DLC is Hidden Treasure of Area Zero and Hexagon, which obviously turned out to be true. Version 1.2.0 include dressable clothes as a reward for DLC purchases, turned out to be true. Will include Paradox Suicune and Paradox Virizion. Suicune is Water Dragon, Virizion is Grass Steel, Psychic, turned out to be true. A mystery gift with a mystery Pokemon with a green mask, which was Ogerpon, turned out to be true. Special terrestrial appearance, which was obviously the terrestrialization thing that was in the DLC, turned out to be true. Third legendary Pokemon is a large blue turtle, turned out to be true. So the only thing that hasn't turned out to be true yet is this last line that says we are working on a graphics enhancement patch for the Nintendo Switch, for the new Nintendo Switch models that will be released alongside DLC 2. Obviously, they weren't released alongside DLC 2, unless we're getting an extra DLC that's going to go alongside, you know, obviously Hidden Treasure of Area Zero is DLC 1, and then maybe we get a DLC 2, and that could be that kind of drops alongside the Switch 2, but I feel like even if it was just a graphics update, the leaker would just say that, because that's not really anything massive. So, I don't know, it's a hard one to kind of decipher. You know, what do you guys think? Do you think it is literally going to be just a special Terra raid or something like that? Do you think it is going to be a mini kind of update like we got with Mochi Mayhem? Or do you think it's going to be as big as like a whole brand new DLC? Either way, the leaker's not telling us about it. They've just mentioned that, you know, this is what they said. They said they specifically mentioned that there was some updates for Scarlet and Violet that haven't been released yet. So, I don't know. Make of that what you will, but that is a pretty big Scarlet and Violet update, in my opinion. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But for me, I think they're going to drop something on Pokemon Day, because that'll be like the last main Pokemon Day about potentially Scarlet and Violet, because the one after that's probably going to have Generation 10. I mean, Generation 10 might get revealed next Pokemon Day. We don't know. But either way, that's just something to kind of think about, like what could these updates be for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Anyway, that's that. Moving on, we do have this update about Pokemon Pocket. So we got Cerebi here tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, the Pokemon Company International is to host an interactive experience to celebrate the launch of Pokemon TCG Pocket in London, UK on the 9th and 10th of November. So obviously this is about a week and a half after the game comes out. The game comes out next Wednesday. Pokemon Pocket does, which I'm really excited to play. But this is also going to be like, yeah, some sort of interactive experience you can go to in London. Which maybe you get like a special card for doing it, I assume. But either way, that's if you are in London, which I know a lot of you guys are, or I know a lot of you guys can easily travel to London. If we do get something for going, it might be worth going, or it might just be a really cool experience that it's just worth going to anyway. But either way, that is the Pokemon Pocket update. Moving on, we do have some Nintendo Switch 2 stuff to go over. So we have this from Nintendo Soup here saying, rumor, the sketch of the Switch 2 dock design reportedly leaked online. So obviously we don't have any information about the dock. We have a lot of information about the actual Switch 2 console and the kind of graphics and just the hardware that it's going to be using, and those kind of like 3D models, but the dock was something that we didn't really have anything about. However, though, there is this new rumor that says rough sketch of the Switch 2 dock design appears online. So for the past few months, rumors have been swirling about the successor to the Nintendo Switch, and has all but been confirmed to be called the Nintendo Switch 2. More rumors pertaining to the Switch 2 has surfaced again on Family Boards. A user going by Ninspider posted a crude drawing of the console and its dock. The console itself features a built-in kickstand like some other rumors, while the dock features a more rounded design. So Ninspider's drawing can be found below. It's not the greatest drawing. Looks like they were just, I don't know, made in Microsoft Paint, but this is the sort of kickstand here for the Switch, and then also this is the dock, and it seems to have like some sort of rounded kind of back. Instead of just being like a kind of squarish rectangle thing, it actually rounds at the back. So there's going to be a lot more hardware in that bad boy if this turns out to be true. Again, I don't know the credibility of this person. I don't know why so many people have been talking about this, but I don't know, maybe they've got some things right in the past. I've not heard the name before. But it says, as with all rumors of this nature, we caution readers to take them with a grain of salt. Stay tuned for more updates as they come. And then what do you think? Let us know in the comments. So, all in all, not the greatest designs, but we do have Felipe here basically making a much better version of it. So this is based on the drawings, saying, there are some people much better at this than me, but I took a chance on Coral to give you an idea of what this Nintendo Switch 2 dock would be like. I'm an amateur, but I'm also anxious. So this is what it would look like. So we'd have like the Switch 2 kind of logo probably somewhere. And then, yeah, this back sort of like rounded thing, I feel like would have a lot more hardware in it. And we've got Pori Leaks here saying, I'm really interested in what kind of hardware is taking up that space. Cooling mostly, probably, of course, a new circuit board, but I don't bet any boost besides cooling / energy supplying. But I mean, even a big cooling thing would be useful, because I don't know how many of you guys have had your Switch for a while, but I know when mine turns on, it sounds like a plane taking off from the airport. It's really bad. So a big cooling kind of station in the back would be very, very useful. But either way, this is apparently, like, if this is true, this is probably what it's going to look like. And we also have this from the kickstand as well, you know, mock-up of what could be the new stand adopted by the Nintendo Switch 2 according to rumors, and this was by Marks555 on Family Board. So again, this is not confirmed, but if this is true, this is probably what they're going to look like. Like I say, if these drawings are true. So let me know your thoughts on that. I think the dock looks really cool. I would like it to be a little bit more beefy and like that. It just looks a lot better in my opinion. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on that, and also your thoughts on the whole Scarlet and Violet kind of update as well. What do you think this update is going to be for the Generation 9 games? So that's that. And then also, finishing things off for today's video, we do have a new rumor to go over for Pokemon Legends EA. It's another trailer rumor. I feel like we're covering these a lot lately, but it's because we'd like to think we're so close to seeing that trailer. But either way, this is the latest Legends EA rumor. So it's posted on the 24th of October, which was on Thursday, and it's just titled ZA Leak by Anonymous, and it says the trailer is going to be on the 5th of November, which is 5th of November is next Tuesday. Actually, no, not next Tuesday. Next Tuesday is the 29th. There's a Tuesday after that, which is the 5th. So they say the trailer is the 5th of November. No promotion until after Pocket releases, which I can kind of understand. Like, I don't think they would really drop a trailer the same week the Pokemon Pocket comes out. Obviously, there's that rumor we covered recently with the Crawdaunt saying that we're going to get a trailer on Wednesday, being next Wednesday. And again, Crawdaunt is known as the rogue Pokemon, and that kind of goes in hand with what Riddler Q's been posting about rogue Pokemon and stuff like that. So that could be true, and if that's the case, that comes out on the same day as Pokemon Pocket. So maybe that's the Pokemon Presents. But I find it hard to believe that that is going to be what they do. I think next week's just going to be Pokemon Pocket promotion. Get that out there. And then maybe a week or two after that is probably when they're going to drop some Legends EA stuff, because it's been so long, man. It's been like over 8 months nearly, and since we got the announcement of it, and this is just a ridiculous dry spell for Pokemon. And like I say, Scarlet and Violet's not really holding up too well either. It's just a bad time, you know. It's a bad time. So hopefully we get something soon. But hopefully Pokemon Pocket's really good, and we can just, you know, enjoy that for a bit. But I guess if you're not into the TCG at all, then, like I say, you're not going to be bothered about that. But anyway, goes on to say Mega Dragonite revealed along with Mega Arbok, which I would absolutely love both of those two Pokemon to get a Mega Evolution. Obviously, Weezing got the Galarian form, but yeah, Arbok hasn't really had anything, so I'd love to see Mega Arbok. It's in a lot of fan games and ROM hacks and stuff, and it looks really, really cool. There's some of the designs that people have come up with, and I would really like it to be a Poison Dark type as well. Dragonite being revealed as well. I could honestly see Dragonite being a Dragon Fairy type. We obviously got that with Altaria, but I think Dragon Fairy would be really cool for Dragonite. Anyway, that's apparently some new Mega Evolutions that are going to get revealed. Then says there's going to be a new online communication feature where you send locations of rarer Pokemon to friends in different areas. Some Pokemon only obtainable this way. Think Special Alpha Pokemon. That's actually a really cool idea. I really like that idea. Obviously, we have the Satchel thing in Pokemon Legends Arceus, which is, I mean, it is bog standard. It's bottom of the barrel of an online feature. It's not really that fun. This sounds really cool. So let's say you had like your friends list, and you know, maybe if you catch a Pokemon, and you can be like, oh, there's a rare Pokemon here, and then you can like send the coordinates to your friend, and then that friend goes to that location, and then they can catch it. And saying that there's certain Pokemon that are only available through this method as well, it'd actually be a really, I really like that idea. I think it's really cool. Maybe you get like a random Pokemon spawn every day. Let's just say, for instance, I don't know, let's say that Dragonite's a rare Pokemon. It won't be, but let's say Dragonite's rare. You come across one on one day, and then you're like, oh my god, that's sick. Grab it, and then after that, you can then send the location. Like, maybe a text box comes up saying, you've caught a rare Pokemon. Would you like to tell your friends about this, or something like that? That'd actually be really sick, because it'd just actually be a really cool online feature that, even though you can't go online with your friends, it'd still be a way to kind of play with your friends in that kind of sense, getting them these Pokemon and stuff like that. So I'd really like that idea. It says the start Pokemon are Generation 6, which, again, I'm more inclined to believe that. That's all I said at the start. I was like, Generation 6 starters, if what Riddler Q is saying is true, where it's going to be not set in like ancient times and it's going to be closer to the modern day of X and Y, then yeah, it would make sense to have the Generation 6 starters as the actual starter Pokemon. It says it's going to be set 15 years after X and Y, so in the future, which, again, a lot more people are thinking now, because of what Riddler Q said, that it is going to be set in the future. I mean, 15 years isn't too bad. I think it'd be cooler if they said it how many years after X and Y came out. So X and Y came out like 10, 11, 12 years ago by the time Legends EA comes out. So it'd be cool if it was like 12 years in the future, because then it's actually canon to like how long it's actually been since those events. So I think that'd be kind of cool. But 15 years is basically there anyway. It's what they did with Black and White and Black and White 2, which I thought was a really cool idea. Anyway, though, it goes on to say Agile and Strong style return, and then it also says Defensive style also shown. So Agile and Strong is for like faster moves or stronger moves. Defensive style, I assume, would be to take less damage, which makes sense. I think that could be completing the trifecta of these kind of style moves. So yeah, I actually really like that idea. I could see that being a thing as well. It says a majority of Kalos characters return, so Sycamore, Rivals, etc. I mean, if it is set 15 years in the future, you'd like to think they would all return. I don't know if Sycamore would still be the professor, or maybe one of the Rivals takes over or something like that. But yeah, I kind of like the idea, because it just gives you a new kind of character arc for a lot of these different trainers and stuff, especially like Serena and Clem and stuff like that. First location shown in trailer outside Lumiose, can catch Caterpie, Centra, etc. here. So I assume that means in the trailer, the first location is shown outside of Lumiose, even though the game is set in Lumiose, but maybe these locations are still quote-unquote Lumiose. And you can catch Caterpie, Centra. So it's a little bit like Legends Arceus, where obviously you go and you can catch Wurmple, you can catch Bidoof, you can catch Pichus and whatnot. It's going to be like those sort of not great Pokemon in the first area. And it says the same art style as Scarlet and Violet, which we already know about because that's what Riddler-Ku has posted as well. So, yeah, I mean, all in all, it's not a terrible rumor. I do quite like a lot of the things that they've come up with, like Mega Dragonite and Arbok. I really like this online feature. I think that's a really cool feature that they should implement. I like the idea that it's set 15 years after X and Y, starters, whatever. I mean, that just kind of means that the Gen 6 starters would get Mega Evolutions. I like the idea of defensive style, characters returning. Yeah, man, I'm definitely a fan of this rumor. But either way, we don't have to wait too long to see if it's true or not. 5th of November is a couple of weeks away. Let me know your thoughts on this rumor, though. Do you think it is true or not? And also, like I say, let me know your thoughts on everything else we covered today. The Scarlet and Violet stuff, and then also the Switch 2 stuff. And again, if you're in London or can easily get to London, could definitely be worth checking this out on the 9th and the 10th of November. But anyway, that's going to be everything from me. If you enjoyed, drop a like down below. Let's try it at 500. Like I say, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.